Grace Church, this coming Sunday, we're going to be in Ephesians chapter 6, verse 10. Be strong in the Lord and in the strength of his might. So we've got basically three really big words for strength. All three different words in Greek heaped on and piled up like just mounds of really good mashed potatoes or something. Or it's summertime, ice cream, I don't know. But just heaped up in goodness. And this passage, we're going to start with one verse this Sunday, and we're going to see not only an encouragement, a comfort, but an essential caution. This verse, it not only comforts us and encourages us, it also cautions us about something. So come ready, come prayed up. We're going to be diving into this section that is very well known, but often very misunderstood. And so we're going to be in Ephesians 6:10 this Sunday. And of course, this Sunday, we will be in the field house. We've got a couple trial runs for the next 2 Sundays, August 10th and 17th. And I want to tell you a little story. Right before we finished the field house project, we found a piece of paper, okay? And it was it's a very unique piece of paper. We've got files at Grace Church that go from way back, right? Well, something in the process with the field house, with the city, they were asking for something. And so Brian Bush finds this, okay, only some of you will know this, but typewriter paper where you could almost see through it, kind of a translucent kind of paper. And I think it was from 1967. I could be wrong, maybe 68. And it was a thing from the city where the people that had originally started Grace Church of Orange said, this is what we want to do. First, we're going to build a 200-seat chapel. Okay, so what we know as the worship center or the sanctuary, they called the chapel. Okay, so the 200-seat chapel. There were going to be some offices. There was going to be some education buildings they would build, fellowship hall, NPR kind of thing. And they said there's going to be like 161 parking spaces or something like this, and a 600-seat worship center or sanctuary built in the future. And when we saw this, we were asking a question about what the city said when we first started the church about parking on Lowry and Breezy Way. That was the question we were trying to answer. And we found the answer to that. But what we didn't realize was this plan that the people that pioneered Grace Church of Orange had come up with and had given to the city. But what is striking about that is what we essentially have now at Grace Church of Orange is a 200-seat worship center. It was originally going to be called the chapel, I guess. And we've got these education buildings, and we built another one, I think back in 2007. And then we've got the field house, which, how many people does it hold in chairs? 600. How many chairs did we buy? 600. And it kind of boggled our minds. And it wasn't until after we started building the field house, we saw how big the footprint was. None of us really, I think, realized how big the footprint was and how big a building it really would be, that maybe could this be something that we might worship in because it's our biggest space and we would be able to have more fellowship together and bring the congregation together. So many people that go to first hour say, I don't know anyone who goes to third hour. Sometimes it feels like it's a different church, and it's like, what if we couldn't do one service because of the parking, of course, but what about trying 2 services? And so we're going to try it out. We don't know where that's going to lead us. We don't know if we're going to do that long term, but we want to at least give it a try because, wow, look what the Lord in his providence has given us. And again, we knew what we were building. We just didn't know how big it really was, what the possibilities for it could be. And so it's kind of exciting, but we'll see what happens. And so be praying for Sunday and the next Sunday. And we're going to do what we always do. This is not about a building. The church is the people that are saved and being sanctified. And, we welcome everybody into the church. We say everyone is welcome here. And they're welcome to come and be with us and be loved relationally, but also hear the truth. We want to love people with the truth. We want to speak the truth in love. We want to love God's truth. We love Jesus because he first loved us. All of that. So anyway, see you Sunday. Thanks for sticking with me on kind of a longer video this time around. Be strong in the Lord and in the strength of his might. Ephesians 6:10.